I was in the LinkedIn group, and we were trying to tie it back to the advertising topic. And with LinkedIn, paid advertising isn't as popular. So it was more advertising your business or getting the word out about your business through involvement in groups and discussions on the groups. And I had used an example that I participated in a group discussion, answered a question in a group discussion, and the person that started it was a company in Silicon Valley. That person ended up contacting me because we're in similar industries, and then we discovered kind of a business partnership there. That person then introduced me to other companies within Silicon Valley, and here I was in my home office in Denver with all these contacts with these great companies in a whole state we're not even marketing in. And we also discussed, with your topics in the groups, if you provide value, you're going to become recognized, and people then start connecting with you. But in the groups, if it's the same name started by so-and-so, 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 and it's just a bunch of fill, eventually you start rolling your eyes and you're like, oh, this person again. So kind of the quality versus quantity, you do start to become recognized with the value that you do put out there.
I represented Facebook, and the tip that we have for Facebook is when you sponsor a post or have a sponsor campaign, Facebook really likes pictures, and one way to make your picture pop is if you put a red border around it, so it draws the eye and the attention for you. So even if you do a sponsored ad and you put a red border around it, it'll draw the attention to the side, even though Facebook has that side advertising and doesn't seem to draw that much attention. The red border really pulls it out.
I was with the mobile apps group. We did a Foursquare and how we can help promote that as a pretty reasonable advertising to do it as a check-in with either a group discount or a discount. Obviously this works well for storefronts, not so much for those who are not storefront type people, but that's a great way to get people to start talking about it, and then maybe one of their friends sees where they've been and they're going to ask a little bit more.
I was with the YouTube group. We had a lot of things that really came out that were amazing in that group. So a couple of tips that have been talked about here, but it's been a long time, is getting your YouTube video ranked. A couple of key things to do can make a huge difference for you. One is your title. Your title is really important. Needs to have your keywords in it so that Google finds it. Okay, and Google that'll help to bring it up to the front page. But title, the description is really important. In your description box, before you put the description, you put http/ or / whatever, the full web address. Don't just put www, put the http, that full address. And then in your description should have your keywords in it as well. And one other thing to do that would make sense is before you actually upload your video, change the name of your video to include keywords as well, right? So that all of those things help to line up and will give your video a boost with from a search engine standpoint. A few other things that were really key with that is, number one, that in your video, YouTube does allow you to overlay stuff on the screen. So you could put your URL on the screen. You could put some call to action on the screen for that video. So that helps quite a bit. The analytics is really important to go look at, because that will actually tell you how many people are watching your video and how long they're watching your video. So if you find that your videos are not being watched all the way to the end, maybe they're too long. Maybe you need to cut them off. Maybe you need to add something else to it in that overlay area that will allow or capture attention a little bit more. And the really cool thing is that YouTube puts out YouTube videos that tells you how to do all of that stuff.
So we were doing kind of Twitter 101, and one thing I would suggest, and maybe a lot of you certainly do this, is the use of lists on Twitter. Some of you now are on Jordan's social media list, and you're an elite group. If you want to be on Jordan, where's Jordan? Raise your hand and be on someone he follows on Twitter, because you know about social media. Go see him afterwards and have him add you.
All 4 minutes.
Yeah, right, to his Twitter social media list. The other thing I recently started doing on Twitter is having a private list, and again, many of you may do this, and I have right now 22 people of my folks in the know about social media. So if you want to be on my folks in the know media, you want to see who's on that list and you're not on it, I'll add it to you if you come up and ask me nicely.